More than 2 weeks after a major tariff refund portal launched, tens of thousands of businesses are trying to get their money back. Now we're starting to see what's working and what's not.
Joining us this morning, our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young. Taylor, how is this actually going so far?
Yeah, so there is absolutely movement here. So in just the first week of this website launching, 75,000 claims for refunds were submitted. So businesses were ready for this and they jumped on it immediately. However, not all claims, as you could imagine, are going through. So we are seeing a lot of complaints of businesses getting rejected because of error messages. There was an error somewhere in their application. In others, specifically small businesses, are actually getting locked out of the system altogether. And they're frustrated of that because these are the businesses, the small businesses, including here in Charlotte, that really took losses because of these tariffs.
All right, so what kind of hiccups are businesses running into?
Yeah, so this really comes down to the system itself. And I think there is a disclaimer here because this is a very new system, right? The government hasn't launched something like this, so there is going to be some hiccups. But, you know, some businesses, again, are getting that error message when they try to go to submit. Others say the process is just overly confusing and technical. But the biggest issue that we're seeing is that only importers of record can really file. So if you're a small business that goes through a third party or another company to get the import, you don't really have record of that. So I spoke with a couple of small businesses in Charlotte yesterday. One in particular imports aluminum, and he goes through another company to physically get that aluminum over the border. So he doesn't have necessarily like record of paying those extra tariffs, even though he did pay more for them. So he was a little bit of confused of how this system works, questioning whether he needs to hire an attorney to kind of work through the paperwork and the process. But those are kind of the issues that I think a lot of small businesses are facing, that this is just an over technical system. Again, it is still very new, just less than 3 weeks out.
Yeah, it sounds like a headache, no matter what size business.
Yeah.
But you've mentioned small business now a couple times in this report. Why is it such a bigger deal for them?
Yeah, I think because for some, this isn't just a refund. This is really their lifeline. I mean, in multiple reports, you're seeing businesses, small businesses, and even the men I spoke to yesterday, I mean, they took losses of tens of thousands of dollars over 1 year, in some cases even more. And unlike a big corporation, I mean, you can't really eat these costs. We know that a lot of businesses did pass these costs on to consumers, but I think some small businesses aren't really able to do that. I think a lot of their customers are hyper aware of their costs, so a lot of them did eat the money that they paid for these tariffs.
Is all this being seen as, you know, early growing pains? Again, you mentioned this hasn't been done before, or as something bigger? Yeah,
I do think that this is a bit of both, right? I mean, again, this is less than 3 weeks out. The government really hasn't launched anything like this. There's really nothing to kind of base this on. So yeah, there are expected to be issues and glitches, but I think when you're seeing tens of thousands of businesses kind of already being rejected, I think that does raise a bigger issue about whether the system was really kind of built to help the people it's supposed to help. Again, we are very early in this process, and we'll absolutely be continuing to follow. We'll be following up with those businesses, and especially when they actually get paid, I think will be a big day.
Yeah, absolutely. Taylor, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.